Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. One of the great things about the early part of the season, high-profile non-conference games, and that's what we have for you on EA Sports College Football. It's the BYU Cougars and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Hits the hole, it smothers. Enough to move the chains. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. To throw, Manning. Out wide right, it's Wingo. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Lucky to get it off.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Wants to keep it in the air. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
The Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him, The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team.
Snags it, and there's running room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bachmeier.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
On the run, it's Martin. He's past the marker.
And guys, that's not a surprise, is it? Watching tape coming into this football game, he can make things happen. He can run around you. He can run through you, just like you saw right there, break tackles. They will feature him early in this football game. They'll feature him often. He's one of their game breakers.
Rashad Downs going up top. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the right. It's dropped after taking the hit. Second and long here. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
Trying to get started. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Making the adjustment. Here's Manning to throw. Right side, it's Smothers. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
First down, 10 yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Lockett. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Long way to go on second down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Manning throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Throwing Manning. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in, it's Lyons. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Throws it off the RPO. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Hits inside. It's Martin. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. Now the lead is down to 11. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Looking for room, it's Smothers. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Might as well run him again. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Throws for the tight end. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Fields the punt. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
BYU lines up with a first and goal. Motion from the wideout. Tough run here. It's Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, BYU!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. A give to Brown. Got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, it's Smothers. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They give it back to him. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Third and 6 yards to go. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, Dave.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Under pressure, trying to buy time. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes the handoff, it's Smothers. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Plows his way ahead. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at 20. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Arch Madness. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Again, it's Brown. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Arch is going to throw for it. Coleman open on the right. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
There's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Bachmeier. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Running inside, it's Martin. At the 35, he's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. The give on the counter. Hard running there.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Looking to throw for it. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Cougars will try to pick it up on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here and lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. And they can't make the play on third down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. puts it in at the 40. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Here's Arch to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll send the back in motion. Hand off for Brown. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Runs through a tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
To throw, Manning. Turns out it's Brown. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
To the air, it's Manning. Left side, it's Townsend. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Calls his own number. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Drops It's Smuckmeyer. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has his offense in business at the 27.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
On the run, it Smothers. Powers through the defender. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Quarterback changing the play. Could be an alley. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Here's Manning to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Holds on, it's Smuckmeyer. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Quick give, it's Martin. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Look out! Out wide left, it's Martin. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the 1st down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Inside the 45. On the move at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. And the Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to squeak through the pile. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the
touchdown, BYU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He fires a bullet to the right. Goes high to pull it in. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Manning throws to the wideout. Complete left side, Coleman. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
A give to Brown. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keeps it himself. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Going to the run, it's Brown. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They give it to him again. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Pulls it. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
He'll field it close to the 50. There he goes. Open it up. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here. Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Brown again. He's brought down immediately. quickly and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the field goal unit is on the field. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. On the move. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll need a bunch on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Out wide right, it's Casper. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and 6 yards to go. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Throwing right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's going to go down as time has run out. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.